Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dropkick Diaries, and we're back on a little bit of Modern Warfare today. Before we get into the topic, I just want to say thank you so much for the support on recent videos. If you are enjoying the videos, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Yeah, brother. Now, I know my last few videos have all been about like Black Ops and Modern Warfare and that sort of stuff, but I genuinely, it's just what I've been thinking about. With the release of Black Ops being only a few months away, I've been thinking about what they've promised. And look, it's going to sound weird, but my opinion is that it's just a game leveler. For me, from what I've heard and understood at least, Omni movement isn't going to radically change gunfights necessarily for high skilled players. Players who've been good at the game have always been able to move quickly to their left, their right, backwards, manipulate their sliding controls so that they're able to slide in different directions and be able to move around. But for me, omnidirectional movement is just going to sort of even out the fights between a high skilled player and a lower skilled player. The other thing I've been thinking about is like the last omnidirectional movement game that I played really favored controllers a lot more than PC. It felt really clunky to play on a keyboard and mouse. So I think that this is going to really affect PC players way more than it's going to affect controller players. That's just my opinion, at least. I could be completely wrong on this, but on games that I've played in the past where omnidirectional movement has been present, it's always been easier to play on controller rather than playing on keyboard and mouse. I think this change will benefit controller players a lot more than we're giving credit to, I guess. The other thing that you have to remember is that COD hasn't released a good game in years. I mean, the fan base has really struggled pretty much with all of their releases recently. This has to be the game that brings COD back, because if it isn't, the fan base will just stop purchasing the product. At some stage, the fan base is going to give up, and at that point, what do you have? I mean, you're getting games like XDefiant that are actually listening to their player base. So it's a little bit weird, the fact that COD hasn't really done anything in the last few years that's released a really good game. In my opinion, Modern Warfare 3 is pretty good, but the problem that we're facing is the player base that it attracts now. And I think things like camping and not playing the game for fun, it's really hurting the game. I understand the competitive nature of people and the fact that they're gonna want to be the best at whatever they do, but when you're playing a video game like this, it should be about the fun that you're having. Unless, of course, you want to be playing pro. However, that's not it for most people. Most people just get home from work and they just want to blow off some steam, or kids get home from school and they want to blow off some steam. The skill gap between good and bad at the minute is so vast. Like, it's so wide. There's such a big gap between being a good player and a bad player. Whereas back in the day, you could become a pretty good player within, I don't know, maybe a week or something. That's not possible anymore. And then skill-based matchmaking further punishes you for being a good player, so there's not really any reason to stick at the game. I found the replayability of COD to be really harsh recently over the last few years, and I'm hoping COD bringing us good zombies content, bringing us good campaign content can really fill that gap that hasn't been filled. But what are your opinions? Let me know in the comments down below. The video that I recorded was way too short, so I'm just gonna add some other stuff that I'm a little bit passionate about as well. Javonte Davis fought on the weekend, looked phenomenally amazing. Probably got outboxed a little bit, which happens, but he's sort of got that Deontay Wilder about him where he can come out of nowhere and just knock anyone out. So it was really cool to see him on the back foot a little bit, having to from a position that he's not necessarily used to. I watched this fight with Santa Cruz as well. He sort of did the same thing. He was like backing up, waiting for his shots. And when he lands that left just beautifully, it's good night. So it looked amazing. They found the B sample of Ryan Garcia to be positive as well. I think that's a huge hit to boxing. He does only have a 6-month ban, so we might be able to see him back in the ring sooner rather than later, which is cool. I'd love to see him and Lomachenko, or Javonte and Lomachenko. I think Loma is aging like fine wine. He still looks like an amazing boxer. He might not have the chin and the speed that he used to. I still think that he's got enough to be able to tango with those big fellas. F1 is on this weekend as well. It's going to be at ridiculous times for me because I live in Australia. However, I'm going to be able to see, however I am going to watch it. So if you guys want my opinion and that sort of stuff on that as well, let me know in the comment down below. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on this. Sure, brother.